There he is. There he is. There he is on the cold shad, baby. Oh, there's a good one. There's a good one. There he is. Ooh, there we go.
Larry catches the biggest bass.
Well, good morning, boys. Still on this kind of boat tour, if you will, only to get to the first place, and there is a chain and lock and those cement blocks on the gate. So there's another reservoir. I just looked it up and said it's closed due to like water issues. I know there's alligators in here, and I've always heard growing up down here that you're not supposed to eat the fish out of this lake. So I don't know what's going on, but looking it up, it doesn't sound like anything like crazy's going on. There's a news article about it saying that like it was just water concerns. Not really sure what water concerns means, but there's another reservoir that I've never been to. It's 30 minutes away. This place is like an hour and a half from the house, but I grew up 10 minutes away from the lake. But we're gonna drive another 30 minutes or 25 minutes and try to get on this other one. And one, hopefully it's open. And then two, hopefully we can catch some fish out of it. I've never grabbed or never been in it, nothing. So we'll see. Alabama's such a cool place because in this reservoir there's like bears. I'm pretty sure Bigfoot search shows where like people looking for Bigfoot have filmed here. And then also we have alligators, really big bass and stuff.
6 hours later.
Well, that place is awesome. All right, definitely brought way too many rods, but we're gonna bring them all just because brand new place. And normally, whenever I come to a new place, in past times, I've only been able to bring about 4 to 5 rods, just because saw that you can bring on a kayak. Well, I mean, you can bring 8, 9, 10 rods. Normally, they just get in the way at a certain point, but now we got the boat. Shoot, I'm bringing them all. Whew, I'm so excited for this today. I was about to say, why does it sound like water's getting in the boat? But that trolling motor back there is just on. I've always wanted to fish out here, and I just never have. Like I said, I grew up from this lake. I was probably about 30 minutes from it. I'd always hear about it, but never fished it. And now we're out here fishing it. And that Fritz side is just yelling at me right now to throw up there. You know the scene in Good Burger where the burgers are talking to Ed? Eat me, Ed, or whatever they're saying. That's how I feel about that Fritz side right now. That Fritz side's like, pick me up. I can do it. I need to be on that frog up there. Ooh, don't let me catch one on this frog. Well, I want to. I'd love to catch one on this frog, but if I do, ooh, don't let me find the frog in place. Hey, I was expecting to get like smoked on going down that bank. It's all good. We're gonna keep fishing. I think this rock kind of stops right here, like around this bank, but once you come around this corner, it picks back up. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go down the rest of it. I might throw that Fritz side. I know I said I wasn't going to, but just to see. That's a confidence lure for me. And then we are going to probably go in that pocket. I saw a couple little blow-ups in there. And then I'm gonna do everything in my power not to pick up a worm. But I might pick up a worm just to get a bite, hopefully, if they'll eat that. Trying to see what's going on from there. Worship. I have a note. All right, boys, did a little bit of research. We moved to a different spot, got on the map, evaluated fish brain a little bit, and just based on what I saw, it looks like this is going to be a spot lake. So since this place has a lot of spotted bass in it, we are going to throw, I think we're going to go crank bait down this rock a whole bunch. I'm going to throw this dime. This is a dime 4. I might toss on the 6 just because it's throwing some shallow stuff. The shallow stuff really hasn't been working. Last summer we fished a place that's kind of similar to this, you know, size wise, probably a little bit deeper and probably a little bit cleaner also, but fished that place and did really, really good on one of these. That's probably why this one's so beat up, is from that place. So we're gonna tie it on one of these rods and see what it does.
That are all found in the Bible, and I want to give that I have not talked to you.
There we go.
To the Highlands on a Sunday since 2014, and for some of you, it's gonna.
Got one, boys. Got our first fish. Finally, we've been out here for probably about an hour and a half. No luck. Hasn't came up yet. I don't know what that is. It's a little spot. Yeah, little spot. Finally, first one. Cool. Not the biggest fish in the world, but we got our first fish, and it is a starting point on the Fritz side. Hey, he's angry. I backed up off that bank. We hadn't caught anything. Like, I've thrown a crankbait down this rock, and I mean, this is our first one. It seems like it's a little bit shallower over here than the rest of the bank, and there's shallow grass over there too. So this one was definitely hanging out in the grass. This might be one of those deals. I just got to figure out what color they want to. White might not be the one for them. So here we go. First fish in the boat, finally. Let's see how long we've been out here. Almost 2 hours before we catch our first fish. But I think where we're at, the wind is blowing back in here. So one, that obviously helps with that. Wind, shallow grass over there. And then this is kind of like a pinch point. Like, you see that point comes over here, and then, you know, it kind of starts to come in slowly on this side. So I'm sure this kind of funnels everything over here, and I might kind of fan cast over here and see if maybe we can pick a few up. But if we were to catch, you know, 9 or 10 that size out of this spot, I wouldn't be too surprised by it. But finally got our first fish, so thankful for that, because, you know, 2 hours without a bite. It's like, oh, I drove 2 hours to come here. But hey, we finally got our first one. All is good with me, and all we got to do now is just find. We got our first one. We got to catch 5, then we need a 3-pounder. But we got our first goal checked off the list. First fish. Another thing is, this water's kind of cool. I might tie on a brighter color. I have one that's blaze in there. I might try that for a couple casts and see what happens. I mean, I don't want to say it feels like this water's in the 60s, but it's definitely in the 80s. It's pretty cold. And I mean, we've had highs in the 70s. I can't imagine this water temp. I don't know what it stays, because it's my first time out here. But I don't know if red's gonna be the go-to color, but maybe this brighter orange, or shoot, I even have that fire tiger in there. That might be worth a shot. But we're gonna try this one, give it a few casts, and see maybe something, especially with these spots. They might just want like a little, something with a little flair, a little pizzazz to it. Hey, Father, good morning.
Hey, good morning. You fishing?
Yeah, sir. And Cassidy wouldn't even look at me. Every time I looked at Cassidy and smiled, she's, oh, there's another big fish. That's a big one. I don't know if that's a fish or not. No, that's a piece of grass. Never mind. But
That's their people.
got one, Father.
Alright.
Number 2, I saw some bubbles on the surface, so I made a direct cast in the direction of the bubbles and caught another fish. Small. Oh. I got 2 though. I'm happy I didn't bring all my crappie stuff, because I ain't got no fish finders or nothing to be able to locate them, so bass. Oh, you good, Father? I ain't. You ain't hurt me at all. Fishing been slow. I mean, even if it was good, it don't. It don't matter. Hold up, Father, I got another fish.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, that's a better one, boys. That is a better. Oh yeah, he's bigger. We're going in the right size. Maybe since the wind's blowing over here, they're all gonna be kind of stacked up over here. He'll come up and then he'll like fight his way down, come up, fight his way down. He's not hooked that good. He's not that big, but we're gonna put him in the net if I can get the net before he comes off. Or maybe we might just try to flip him. Let's see if we can. Boom, there we go. All right, that's 3 spots and that is a better one. We're gonna weigh him too. And I got a new length board. We might do it all. Might give him the full treatment, see how big he is. Play biologist with him. Hey now. Oh, look, he has a little bit of that black on him. I always thought those were cool, those little black spots on fish. All right, we're at least gonna weigh him. We're not gonna length him. I don't think, he's probably not gonna go 2 pounds. Oh, he's not that big. I'm looking at him, but we'll weigh him just to check and see. Let's see what we got. 0, 0. 15 ounces, right at a pound. We'll give him a pound. Okay, well, there's our starting point. We got 3 fish for probably 1.5 pounds. So let's catch some more. All right, Father, I'm back. Sorry. In the back of the boat with the fillet knife. Ooh, there's a good one. There's a good one. There he is. Sorry, Father, I just caught a good one.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be. Sorry, guys, I'm on the phone with my father. Golly, my net stuck in the boat. That's a large, no, that's a spot. That's a better one. Oh, and he popped right off. Look at that. That's a largemouth. There's a thick one. That's the thing about these places. It might be slow, but when you catch them, when you start getting around the fish and start catching them, then it'll get good and turn on. And this, what, fish number 4? Our goal was 5 fish. Or first goal was 8 fish. Second goal was 5 fish. We're at 4. And then last goal was 1 over 3 pounds. Let's see what this one weighs. We finally got one. Resort to the crankbait, but 1.3. All right, going up. 1.4. It's probably about a 1.4 or so. All right, see ya. Sweet. There we go. On the Blaze, I'm pretty sure that's what this color's called. Blaze fritz side. I was throwing the white. The white just seemed a little too basic for in here. It seemed like these fish might want something a little bougie. A little bougie. All right, let's see if we can get our 5th fish and accomplish our second goal.
Think they can just drive, do whatever they want to do on the road down there.
There's another one. That's a good one. Sorry. There he is. That's a good one. Oh, I just hooked him underneath the chin. Ooh, we're on him now. The wind is blowing over here, so maybe we should have started over here. There he is. He's up underneath the boat. That is number 5. Hopefully we can land him. Oh, we got him hooked in the side of the face. What does that mean? They're sideswiping it? I think so. All right, we're gonna use the pliers because these spots are mean. There he is, see? See, imagine you put your finger in his mouth and he does that. What do you think will happen to your finger? Not good. Not good. All right, there we go. That's number 5, boys. We did it. New lake, mission accomplished. 5 fish. Now we got to find a 3-pounder, which, I mean, they're eating down this bank. So we got spots and largemouth. If I had to guess, our 3-pounder is probably going to be a largemouth. But we'll see. Maybe we'll catch a peacock out here. That'd be cool. Never know. You got to say optimistic. Optimistic. I said that wrong.
Make sure before you go any further that you're connecting with.
There's another one, boys, all the way back in the back of that pocket. Ooh, that flash looked big, kinda. Is that a catfish? It's kind of rolling funny. He looks good. I don't know what it is yet. Oh, he's pulling a little bit. Let's see. I just want to see him at least. Oh, that feels good. Oh no, that's a bass. That's a spot he came off. Doggone it. That was a good one. That was a 2-3 pound spot back there. All right, I'd say maybe the fritz side change helped. Something with a little bit more flash and color to it. Catching them. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you all this little crankbait. I know y'all probably get tired of me throwing this little thing, but there's a reason why I throw it, and it's because it works. This is a little Blaze fritz side, and it's Not really my go-to color. Of course, my go-to is that white. I started off with the 5 biggin in that red color, but I really just love this bait because one, it's small. So like a lot of the, you know, you look at a shad in most lakes, sometimes they're like super small. Sometimes they're about 2 inches. Sometimes they can be up to 4 inches, but this one's just probably about 2.5, 3 inch bait, and super small, dives like 2 to 5 feet, depending on your line diameter and, you know, your speed and everything. It comes through grass fairly good, especially like this little bit of grass right here. Like you can bring it through that. If it gets stuck, you just pull on it. Normally it pops right free. It rolls over things really well. So like if there's, you know, sticks in the water or whatever, you really don't have to worry about losing your bait or it getting snagged all the time. I'll throw this thing around brush sometimes. I mean, you gotta be smart. It's still a crankbait. It still has 6 points on its treble hook. So you gotta be smart. But you know, if you have a few little pieces of cover and you think you can bounce it off, it does bounce off really well. I don't know, it's just such a good bait. Like, and like, oh, see, there's another bite right there. There's some fish back in here. That was a good one. That's a largemouth right there. Dang, that was, I don't think that was our 3-pounder we just lost, but it was definitely a good one. But I mean, this thing is just, I don't know. There's a reason why it's one of my favorite lures, because it works. And I always say my favorite thing at the time that you ask me is whatever I've been catching fish on. And don't get me wrong, as much as I would love to be in here catching fish on like a Chapo or something, like, I mean, if they're gonna bite back in here on this, then that's what I'm gonna throw. There we go. I might throw that slobber knocker. I want to throw that Chapo too. Let's see what time it is. 9:24. I have a bad habit about throwing like top water at a certain time, but like I'll check the time before I throw it. Like the fish know what time it is. You know, if, oh, it's past 9 o'clock, they ain't gonna eat it. I might throw that Chapo a little bit just to see. That last one was a good one. Cool. What was that? Fish number 6. Oh, I got to get my clicker out. So, Greg got me this little, oh, it's back at 0. See, this is why I was scared to use it. I had 15 fish on here, and we've caught, what, 6 today? So we're at 21. That's probably not accurate. I'm probably more like 30, because I've taken it out. Let's see, I caught, how many on Monday? On Tuesday, I caught 7, so we'll give it, we're just gonna say we're at 30 fish in the boat. I'm probably at more like 45, 50. All right, let's see. Is that a fish? It is. There we go. One of the good old slobber knocker. Cool. Here's the grass kind of came out a little bit. Is that a spot? It is a big old spot. There we go. Now we're going in the right direction, boys. Look at that one. Look at that. He is mean and he has some sores on his tail. Dude, look how angry you are. Chill, dog. It's okay. Boom. There we go. We're gonna weigh him. He has some sores on him too. If I can find my scale, we'll weigh him. I don't know what I do with my scale. Where is it? Y'all probably looking at it like, dude, it's right there. It's in my pocket? No. What did I do with my scale? Oh yeah, it's right here. Dang. All right, what's our biggest one? Like 1.5 or so. We didn't let it finish. Let's see, this one is gonna be 0.0. This one's gonna be 1.4. Same size as the last one. All right, here we go. Here's our big fish of the day. Still no 3-pounders, but we do have arguably 3 pounds with 2 fish or so.
You may have done something that he doesn't like, but the Bible says his mercies endure forever. And who is a God
Ooh,
like
there we go.
who will pardon your...
There's a good one. Oh, in the top of the head again. These things keep tricking me. I don't want to pull on too much, but I kind of want to go ahead and get him up. Oh, he just missed the net. Come on, there you go. Boom, baby. Let's go. What is that, 7?
And forgive the remnant of his inheritance.
Give me 15 of these a day, or 20 of these over a 5-pound spot all day long. I mean, shoot, if you really play one of these out, he'll fight you for at least 2 minutes. You know, you catch him far out, you have to fight him all the way back in. These things are just such awesome, hardy, beautiful, fun. Beautiful. Did I mention beautiful? Look at that. Fun fish. Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. They're fat in here too. There's good stock of bait. It's crazy how like I come out here when we first start and barely catch anything, and now we're sitting at, what is that, 8 fish? And I mean, kind of starting to get it figured out. They're up against the bank, up shallow. When I first got out here, before I discovered all these little like creek arms and everything, I was like, dang, I'm probably gonna need to learn how to live scope, come back out here and find them like chasing bait out in the middle. But I did watch an Edwin video last night, and he was just talking about how like August is kind of that turning point month where, you know, we haven't caught anything really big today. The biggest, that one that came off might have been 2 pounds, but this is that kind of turning point month where like some of the bait will start to kind of come back in and you can go fish shallow and blah, 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 blah. So kind of seems like that's what's happening today, is like starting to be able to catch them back shallow. Because when I was coming through earlier, I was like, yeah, there's no shot that I catch anything today, just because I didn't see anything that was, you know, within 6 foot of the bank, especially on that dam. The dam was really demoralizing when I went down it with the crankbait. I was like, if they're not here with all this rock and all this bait and like this green stuff up here, they're probably not anywhere. But I mean, we've done pretty good just beating the bank, going down the bank with the crankbait like we always do, and got 6 fish so far. So pick chatterbait back up because we got some grass coming up here. Oh, put it right in the bush. There you go. That's how you do that. Oh, there was a bite. I was late to the hook set though. Man, what a cool little pocket. This place is probably crazy in the fall. Especially with these spots in here, chasing bait too. I can't imagine what that's like. Well, I can't imagine what it's like. It's probably awesomeness. Oh, there was one. Oh, he's still in there. There he is. Yeah, that's a spot. Come on. No, that's a largemouth. There we go. There we go. I was just looking at my trailer like, I need to replace this. Let's see if we can catch one more on it. So that's my sign from the Lord right there. Hey, replace that trailer. Probably 1.5 pounds or so. Good old largemouth. Hey, I'll put you back when I'm ready. Calm it down. We're not eating them today. Look at that. Nothing like a good chewed trailer. I think that's more satisfying than like a chewed soft plastic, is like a chewed trailer. One that's just been demolished. And now we get to open up our trailer box. So I'm happy that happened, because I'm still kind of testing everything in the boat still. I mean, every time I feel like y'all have seen it, every time that y'all have seen the boat, it's been a little bit different. But I'm still trying to get a feel for how like I want everything, you know, how do I want to keep my trailers? How do I want to keep, you know, this, that, and the third. So let's see, what type of trailers are we done with on these? Paddle tails. And honestly, guys, I wish I could tell you when I like what. I've heard people say like you want the boot tail when it's cold, and then you want like the, you know, cross style tail when it's warm and summertime, blah, 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 blah. But honestly, I just pick up whichever one feels good. I will say in the wintertime, I will probably throw the boot more than the crawl. But like if I just have boots, or, you know, like a boot style trailer, I'm still going to throw it even if I want to throw a crawl. Oh, there's one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, I hooked him in the side of the head on a chatterbait. It's a spot. Come here. Come here. Dude, that doesn't happen often. I hooked him outside of the mouth. Lucky for me, this isn't a tournament, so we can claim him. Look at that. Hooked outside of the mouth. That might be a first for me. There's another good one. That's like a 2-pounder. Sweet. And now we get to click on that button. Let's see what we got. 30. I feel like we just went down. All right, I clicked it twice. I'm not mad at it. We're at 35. Man, the hook one on the outside of the mouth like that is crazy. I don't think I've ever done that, especially not on like a single hook bait. Talk about lucky, but I mean, you know, luckily I'm not fishing the big bass tournament where he technically I wouldn't be able to keep him. But shoot, I mean, he tried to eat it, so like, in that case, I mean, I understand the rule. I think it's just so like you can't go up to a fish and, you know, like foul hook a dying fish. But I mean, that one, I mean, he definitely he had to have tried it for me to hook into him, or that would have just been like one really, really lucky false hook set. That stuff is thick. I don't know if it's, give it a couple casts and see. There he is. Oh, he came off. There he is. There he is on the slobber knocker, baby. That's the biggest one of the day. Just drop him down in the net. You know what would be nice is power poles. I've looked into it on this boat and they say that they're too heavy, but I might have to test that. Because a power pole on this boat would be so nice, especially after catching a bass, and like you can just like, or spot lock. Spot lock would be cool too. Maybe that'll be my next project, getting spot lock. There we go. Got him that time. Got him that time. That's that same one. It's a largemouth. Come here, hooked in the top of the lip. Golly, this is fun. Man, lakes like this are so much fun. I mean, I've fished probably, 3 to 4 different lakes that are like this. And like whenever you get on them like this and you can catch, now I don't even know what number that is. Probably, this might be 10 of the day. And they're all thumping what you want to throw. Like I want to throw a crankbait. I like throwing the slobber knocker. Look how that, or this is actually just chatterbait. But look at that trailer. I promise you guys, I will never do drugs, ever, ever. As long as I can do this. Well, I still won't do drugs even if I can't fish, but that makes you want to live to your 110. As long as I can, like, if I can live to be old and like in good health, you know, live to be like, I don't know, 95 to 100, or if I can be like 93 and still be able to go fish, even if it, you know, I have to be at like the right lake, right boat ramp, we gotta maybe even have like a little bit of help, like my grandson or great grandson, whatever has to be with me, but I can still go and do that. I'm 100% okay with that. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun, guys. Like, I pray I'm able to do this forever, as much as I want to. All right, 36 fish in the new boat. See if we can catch 37. Shoot, I mean, the way it's going, as long as we don't have any major changes, like the wind's not blowing as hard as it was, but as long as we don't have anything crazy happen out here, I mean, we got a lot of bank back in here. Like, we could catch 13 more fish before we even come out of this pocket, because we're still in that same pocket where I was pointing to that next point where the wind was blowing and saying that if we're gonna catch one, it's gonna be over there. We've got probably 6 more fish and had even more bites back through here. So we're gonna keep it pushing. I've got one off the edge of that stick and it looks like it might be the biggest one of the day. I don't know, this is our 3-pounder. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. If we had like spot lock or power poles and we just go, he has it good. I ain't worried about this one coming off. This one absolutely choked it. Like, look at that. That's a good one. What y'all think, biggest of the day or no? I say yeah. On that dime, baby. Look how he ate that. Why didn't we start off throwing that this morning? Look at how that fish ate that. Oh, he's gonna swim out the net while I'm talking about how good he ate it. Cheese and crackers. Look at that. I don't know that. That's probably not a 3-pounder. All right, 111. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and toss him back. He's bleeding. There he goes. Awesome. Look at the blood he left in the boat. It's shallow back there. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't think it's gonna be worth even casting back there. Maybe we might be able to push this stick out of the way and go back there. Nope. There he is. There he is. There he is on the cold shad, baby. There he is. He came up and ate it off top. Let's go. Let's go, largemouth. That's how cold shad makes me feel. Ooh, let me not go in the water. You got it good, and he just got the hook too. That's awesome. See you, sir. Cool. There was a little piece of grass. I was trying to bring it over. Be suspecting time too. I was trying to like float it over a piece of grass. And he just thought that was the best time to eat it. So I'm not gonna argue with him. Oh, there's a fish. There's a fish. There's a fish back in here. Bro, I promise I got bit twice in here. And I was like, nah, there ain't no way. I went through all that and we actually caught one. That's awesome. Yeah, I promise you I got bit twice before we caught this one. Sounds like there's a waterfall or something back in there. Cool. So that validates the other two things that I thought were bites back there. You know what, since I'm here, and we're gonna go back in here and we just caught one, I'm gonna switch. And I'm gonna tie on like a little flashy chartreuse spinnerbait. See if that gives me a different result. All right, this side over here has a little bit of current to it and some dirty water, so I tied up a all chartreuse spinnerbait. This is the only spinnerbait I had with chartreuse. And then that same trailer that we're throwing, but just kind of in a natural color. Just one of the first ones I picked out, and it has a good flash to it. So I'm gonna throw this and see if we can get bit over here. I'm telling you, I had 3 bites over there on that slobber knocker, but I didn't want to say anything because I was like, you know, if I don't actually hook one of these, this water's super dirty, somebody's gonna be on me for that. Whoa.
Watching you. We're taking our cues off of you, how we need to conduct ourselves, the kind of impact we need to make, and then if you can't get paid, who the hell can? And you know what? Why should I go ahead and do the extra?
Well, that place is awesome. Got the boat loaded back up, and shoot, I might be back tomorrow. Up here, safety chain, got the 2 straps in the back. It was kind of hard getting up the hill. Had to put the truck in good old 4-wheel drive. Yeah, buddy.